Watching Framber Valdez pitch to Eddie Rosario, leading it off in the third. 3-0 Atlanta.
Rosario doesn't want to get to his curveball. Look for him to be aggressive early. He got the curveball. The curveball starting to come back a little bit for Valdez, but in the strike zone, the Braves have swung 8 out of 9 pitches, and they've had 3 hits and a homer on pitches that were up.
Infield has Rosario to pull. And as Dave Roberts said at the end of that NLCS, we had no answer for him. I mean, he hit lefties, he hit righties, he hit all over the strike zone, out of the strike zone, different velocities. I mean, it just didn't matter.
He's a great bad ball hitter. He doesn't walk, likes to swing. He'll get hits out of the zone, which is a gift today with the velocity that the pitchers have and the spin rate that they can, which they can make a ball move. He's one of those unorthodox guys. Longer swing, but loves to hit.
2-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Foul tip hung on to by Maldonado. Strike 2.
I mean, that was a good swing against a really good breaking ball. He opened up and kind of pulled out and tried to stay on it.
Starting pitching tomorrow night will be Max Fried for Atlanta and the right-hander Jose Urquidy for Houston. And Brian Snitker, manager for the Braves, told us that Rosario would be back up in the leadoff spot, where he did so much damage against the Dodgers. And a ground ball right side, base hit. That is already 7 hits by the Braves against Valdez.
But see, that's what's so unorthodox about him. It looked like he had body would gone out in front, but he kept his hands back on a breaking ball that rolled over the zone. And he's just one of those guys that likes to get hits. Watch how his hands stay back. Opens up the front side and just kind of reaches and hooks the ball.
6 of his 14 hits against the Dodgers were with 2 strikes. That one was with 2 strikes to start the third.
You don't see many combinations of batters that hit a higher average with 2 strikes than they do when they're ahead in the count. And that's exactly what you said. Right now, emotions are getting the best of Valdez because he knows he's made some mistakes, and he didn't make any mistakes in his last game. And so in the World Series, of course, you know you don't have that much room for error, and so pitching coach is going to try to pump him up and get some confidence in him.
Yeah, either pump him up or calm him down.
Yeah.
So second visit for Brent Strom already in the ballgame. And again, there's action for Houston in their bullpen. It was Garcia the first time. T-Mobile, the leader in 5G coverage, wants to send you on the baseball road trip of a lifetime. Win tickets to all 30 MLB ballparks and an RV to get you there. Just text road trip to 595959.
How about Duvall? He was with the Braves last year, went to the Marlins. The Braves says, come on back.
And they're glad he did.
No, he's in the World Series.
Part of that team that got to 7 games in the NLCS, but lost to the Dodgers, who won it all. And now back with Atlanta. Hit 38 home runs this year.
Well, he's built to do that. He's the streakiest hitter, and he can get on some streaks where, you know, the powers come in bunches, and then there's a lot of swing and miss in his style of hitting, and that's why you'll see that kind of 2 strikes, still looking to drive the ball and not just put it in play. That right there is a little bit of time killing to get the reliever ready too.
That's Yimi Garcia for the second time.
Shouldn't take him much longer now because you said it, second time up.
Darno, the right-handed hitter, on deck. Duvall takes down, ball 1.
I haven't seen many changeups. There was some changeup there. When you have touch, you have the feel that you can throw your curveball or changeup at any time, especially against an aggressive style Braves team. They can hit for power, but they'll strike out a lot more than the Houston Astros typically will.
Valdez just trying to fight to stay in the game. This one is a rocket into left and gone. 5-0 Atlanta here in the third inning as Duvall goes deep. What a start to game one for the Braves. And that'll be it for Framber Valdez.
That was quick and to the ball and a missile. Just shows you why.
I think the Braves were ready. First team in World Series history to score in each of the first 3 innings of game one.
I mean, that is just lightning quick. And I'm going to say that got out of here faster than most home runs hit here.
Line drive, and that KOs Framber Valdez. Braves have come out red hot. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. Pitching change for Houston. They're the numbers this postseason in his 6 games. Up there ready to hammer is d'Arnaud, strike 1.
He's going to come at the right-handers with just under 50% fastballs, a lot of cutters and sliders.
d'Arnaud flipped a base hit into right his first time up. Scored on the fielder's choice hit into by Soler. A 1 pitch. Jammed him. Well, while the general manager of the Braves, Alex Anthopoulos, remade the outfield, second-year GM James Click for the Houston Astros remade the bullpen. And Yimi Garcia, one of 3 guys added in season to help get the ball to the closer Ryan Presley.
Yeah, their bullpen's pretty deep. They have the high leverage from the 7th inning on that if they've got the lead, they're in great shape.
0-2.
You know, they say it all the time in sports, when somebody goes down, the next man up, or everyone's got to pick up their game. Well, a lot of people went down for a lot of clubs this year, but the Braves, as you mentioned, their offense in the outfield was pretty heavily reliant. And everybody intuitively did. They stepped it up, and they stepped it up in the infield. But you add those outfielders and you lose a guy like that, there's a rally cry without even saying a word. Everyone knows they got to be a little bit better. And to the Braves' credit, they were able to do that.
2-2 now is on the corner, 1 away. Yimi Garcia comes in and strikes out Travis d'Arnaud.
And then really talking with Brian Snitker about what last year did for this team. They were up 3-1 against the Dodgers last year and lost in 7. Had the identical situation this year, and he didn't really have to say anything because he felt like his guys learned so much from last year that they were ready to win that most important 4th game.
Tip your cap, Tyler Matzik.
Yeah,
he's the guy that got it done. Swing and a miss by Jock Peterson. Dodgers were down 4-1, then 4-2. A run was in, 2nd and 3rd, nobody out in game 6 in the 7th inning, and Matzik came in and struck out the 3 hitters he faced in that inning. Had a 6-pitch 8th inning, and the Atlanta Braves wrapped up their NLCS in 6 games. Matzik was lights out as Peterson couldn't hold up, nothing in 2.
Well, that's the success. If you want to get Peterson out, keep it down below the knees. If you make a mistake up, he never comes off that pitch. Now he'll swing higher than high, but mid belt is his.
Ball 1. The Houston Astros during the regular season led baseball in runs per game. It was over 5 per game, and they're trailing by 5 here tonight in the early innings. But Charlie Morton has a long road to travel to get this into the late innings in that good left-handed bullpen.
Yes, he does. And when you come into a game like Charlie has done many times and you're going up against a great team, you just pretend like it's going to be 0-0 all the way to the 7th. Now's the challenge to try to continue to pretend it's only 0-0. When you see 5 up there, you know you got a couple mistakes you can get away with, but Charlie's been there, done that.
1-2 from Garcia is high. 2-2. Number 9 hitter Dansby Swanson, the shortstop who hit 27 home runs, waiting on deck. 2-2. Fly ball into right. Tucker back on the track. 2 down. Last 3 starts, it's been quite a ride for Framber Valdez. Game 1 of the ALCS. Game 5 was just phenomenal tonight. Doesn't record an out in the 3rd inning and leaves down 5. Struck out 2, walked 1, allowed 2 home runs through 52 pitches for the night. Here's Swanson. He sent McCormick to the wall his first time up in center. Good tight breaking ball, strike 1. Garcia trying to reestablish a little bit of order for the Astros on the mound. Strike 2. 0-2 pitch is down and away.
Well, Swanson, his story is obviously well documented. Drafted number 1 by Arizona, doesn't get a chance, gets traded right away, struggled early with the Braves, and I think he's become more comfortable being the everyday guy and trying to live up to other people's expectations of a number 1 pick.
He went 1 overall, and Alex Bregman, the Astros third baseman, went number 2 in 2015. That's fouled. Still 1-2. Bregman out of LSU went 2 overall. Where's number 2? Dansby Swanson went 1st out of Vanderbilt. Traded for Shelby Miller. In that deal, the Braves got their everyday shortstop. 1-2 pitch. 2-2.
His power numbers went up this year. Strikeouts still can be a little high.
'63 extra base hits for Swanson. That's a record for a Brave shortstop. 2-2. Full count.
Seen a few of these tonight. 0-2 easy. Slider away, slider away. I would think the 3-2 pitch is going to be slider that he tried to throw. 0-2 that he pulled outside the zone.
Here it is, and a chop foul.
Yeah, he hung that one.
A hit and a homer chased Framber Valdez. Rosario and Duvall. Three-2 again is swung on and foul tip, hung onto by Maldonado. And nice work by Garcia. The shot by Adam Duvall made it 5-0 Atlanta and sent the Astros into their bullpen.